Hi guys, Gaming Bear here. Right, Total War. Exactly what we've got. Well, we're getting into...
From the dawn of time, these worlds have known no peace. The New World, home to the most ancient of rivalries. In the old world, cultures clash, and ever the threat of chaos looms. Now these collide. Wars will be fought across unimaginable distances. Now is the time of mortal empires.
Whoa, you know, that's just so good. So, what we're doing, end of last episode, we were moving our way through, getting ready towards the shrine. One thing you need to be thinking about, even before you get out of turn 3, is about starting to send ships out to look for loot. Either items or cash or interesting things around the world. So that's what we're going to try and do. So, first thing first, we're going to go in, recruit. Let's go for her. She's feeble. Actually, let's get the slovenly one. Let's send her in. So we'll get her ready, and send her around the... And it also means that we can then start finding other civilizations and trading with other civilizations as early as possible. So we'll get her out. Heading out this way, round the coast, and let's have a look. Where do I want to send them? Knowing this zone, coming over this way and try and find the lizards. Yeah, so that's going to be a tricky area. I don't want to stop there, but we'll work our way through there. And also at the same time, so that's sending her that way. We have another lord. Do we have enough credits? We don't have enough credits. Okay, that's all looking good. So I'm going to move this on. Clicking in. So she's heading that way. We've got the other ship heading into this way. I'd have liked to have had enough credits to send one off in the other direction already, but I don't think... Well, we haven't got enough credits, so we can't do that for now. So I shall catch you very, very soon. I'm just going to pause this, and we'll let the things tick through, and I'll show you the next important phase. Okay, we've moved the ship up to here. Let's go in and check and see what we find. Oh no. We'll get into there next turn. This ship is on its way back. Get them in to repair those guys as quickly as possible, and sending them in to improve influence. Great, it's succeeded, and we've gained a level. So let's have a look. Secure influence, increased trade we've already done, assassinate we've already done, and we'll go for secure influence. Very neat. That'll help as we work our way right the way round. And this princess, we'll make sure she's on her way in this direction, looking for new people to trade with. We've upgraded this area already, and we can... Let's have a look. So we're going for trade, as much trade as possible, public order, and increased income. But here, additional nobles that we can recruit. Income from entertainment buildings, very useful. So I'm going to start this going here, which would be very useful. So get that set up there. Horsemen. That would be nice to start getting those organised. Reaver archers, yes, very good. So get that starting to be set up in the background, and upgrading the rally field. so we can start getting some really good troops coming out. And, well, that's all of our money gone at the moment. And we have these units. They'll be back up to full next turn, and I can start sending them, get them sent through. Let's have a look how long this will take. 3 turns. Okay, we'll just wait for them to improve their situation. These guys are just repairing, and then we just wait for this to grow. That's looking really good. So we just tick through. See you at the next important section. Okay, we were just given a mission, so we've got 10 turns to capture and occupy one of the settlements. So they want us to take this area and 10 turns in which to do it. So we'll see what's happening in the centre. So let's accept that, and we will push in for the centre. So let's get this sorted. So let's send in, see what we find. Ooh, settlement captured. Colonise? Oh, we need 2,500. Haven't quite got enough. Let's do nothing. Let's wait for some more cash. We may get some money on the way through. So that's that sorted. We'll deal with that as we reorganise things. Now let's actually send them down the coast, see if we can spot anything down here that we might be able to deal with. Found that monument, interesting, so that's useful. We can check that area out. The army here is looking pretty good, and if I want up as soon as possible. Let's have a look. How is this looking? Garrison details. We don't know at the moment, but I really want to take this quickly.
Standing by.
So let's send them round. Cancel that. Let's just send them through to see what's there, to try and deal with the keep as quickly as possible.
Your bidding.
Now let's move them up to the border. And get some additional troops. Let's have a look. Let's get another unit of spearmen ready. So 3 units of spearmen, and then next turn we can charge in with all of those ready to rock and roll. So we'll send
What do you require?
Tyra in next turn. These units are building up. They'll be sorted very soon once they're organised. You can see here we've got the +4. Everything's improving very neatly. Then before we move on, we want to have a look at the diplomacy side. See how it's all looking.
You called?
Let's check the relations. -7, it's going the wrong way, so we want to try and improve that. Let's look down, see who we've found, and always just keep checking to see who you can trade with, how it's going. -8 deteriorating. We want to improve that. But we've got these which are going the other way. So you can see the trade values are improving on a turn basis. So that's very useful. So we'll leave, well, what we can try and do.
Speak.
Now, let's come out of here. The ones that we need to take, they've asked us to take, is the Elisali. Let's go and have a look and check the Elisali. The Ivris here at war. So this is who they want us to take. So we take them out, and we can look at the rank. So strength rank. We can see where everyone actually is in the pecking order. We're we're 3rd strongest at the moment, and that's just not good enough. So we need to change that as quickly as we can. We're taking the most settlements as quickly as we can, so we'll need some more gold, but I want this army strong enough to go in to take the tower here, which will then give us the whole area before we then move in to secure the zone up here. Now, something I could do let's send these guys in, see what we find. We found some gold and a helm. And that, this is why you go for the treasure. And we've now got the gold to be able to colonize. This is why if you don't move in, you wait until you've checked places out. So we've now taken this location. It's improving. We've got the center, and we've just had that huge haul of gold, which just allowed us to do something that you would have thought impossible if we hadn't gone to check out this location. It's little things like that that give you the advantages. Now,
Protector of Ulthuan.
we want to start giving, as he's going in for the next battle, we want to give him the most abilities he can have going in. So I'm going to transfer the helm over to him. The Ring of Fury will pass that over as well, which will definitely assist, but it'll take one turn to be of use to him. Clicking in, you can see the skills he's got. He's got Route Marcher, which will allow him to move in more quickly. So I think that's us ready to rock and roll. He will have the equipment, he'll have a bigger army ready to go in. We'll see what's there waiting at the tower for us. We've got the shrine, it's ours. We're sending people out either way. It's all going really neatly. So let's tick this on. On the way through, we've got the people we weren't doing well with. They want a trade agreement with us, which is really nice. So they desire a change. Shall we accept? Let me think about this. Yes, let's go for that, definitely. They want a defensive alliance? Yes. Sounds good.
I am quick to anger and slow to forgive.
Well, you're going down the tubes. Peace treaty. Dude. Let me think about... No. Just no. Sorry. That's got me laughing. Oh my goodness. Sorry. You could... Oh my goodness. Oh. And now. High Elves are called to partake in many manipulations to achieve their ends. A common tool is to employ lesser elves and servants as go-betweens, whispering little birds carrying messages. This is not unexpected. But when one of these messengers is intercepted or revealed, there can be no choice but to exorate them to save oneself. Having one such messenger revealed, how do you advise the Phoenix King responds? Denounce the messenger? Plus 10 influence, and denounce the messenger, which income from all buildings goes down for 5 turns. Influence is useful. Change the message, but disinformation. There's confusion among the nobles. Phoenix King grows stronger through their disunity. Influence and an unhappy populace, -5 for 5 turns. But it's plus 18 influence. Very, very tricky. Other ones you could get: employ the messenger. You lose influence. You get gain advisors to the king. Fire the messenger. Well, as the messenger's ours. So, this is a very interesting choice. Income is vital, but influence, I would say, is even more vital. So we'll change the message. It'll give give less public order, but more influence. It's these little things. So let's get that sorted. We've now got a nice amount of influence. Nice start. So let's get in and see where we are. First thing, we check the diplomacy, see where we are. Now,
can I offer assistance?
Now I want to be friends with these guys. Therefore, let's initiate diplomacy. We can't do that at the moment. They're rank 25. We would take them to pieces. They're going. I expect them to come to us. -3. They like the affinity. Let's look at the full details. They don't like that we've got great power. Well, that's only going to get worse. So we need to do something about that. So let's come out of this for now. And let's start looking at the influence side of things. Intrigue at the court. And you can click down and you decide who you want to work with. So all of these cults that you already know, all the different people that you've found so far, you can organise things between different groups using your intrigue, improving relations, decreasing, getting things, decreased relations between other people to force people to do what you want. It's such an interesting situation. And this is why when it costs 8 influence to do things, it's critical to choose the right thing to do at the right time, and it just opens up so many possibilities. And you're thinking, do I do something for me against them or for them, or do I get them fighting against them? It's so interesting. So the first thing I want to do is go and try and improve the relations with the Kothic. See what we can do. It's going the wrong way. The more power we gain, the worse it's going to be. If I capture the other settlement, this is only going to get worse. So, plus 25 diplomatic relations. Definitely. And that'll happen next time. There we go. We've lost the point, but that's good. That's going to improve. And we'll see what happens, and we'll work towards being not at war with them and see what happens. So we'll leave that as is. Points-wise, in the centre now. Yeah, there we go. Let's start improving that in the centre. Then we have this army, which is ready to go, almost ready to go in. They're a couple of units short. Oh,
For order.
they are so. We overwhelm them. I'd like to show you how easy we could fight them, but there's no point. In fact, before I do that, let's just auto-resolve. I was going to send the other guy in to check it out and see what we could do in there, but I don't think there's any point. So, nice rank. Those additional items helped a lot. Now, let's occupy, and this whole province is ours. They're destroyed. Oh dear, what a pity, never mind. A Raven Keeper. Relationships with the Crone protects one from harm, and can even forestall the seemingly inevitable. Chance of spotting nearby foreign armies increased. Very, very useful when you're up against the likes of the Skaven, who hide so easily and can ambush so easily. That's a very useful follower to have. Plus, we've gone up a rank as well, so let's get that sorted. Very useful. And let's go for Merchant Lord. Money is the key for maintaining huge elven armies.
You have my attention.
Now, let's set. They could go in and help with the army. Helps replenish the troops, so I'm going to send them in to replenish the troops. No cost. And that'll increase the speed that, well, you replenish the troops. So that's it. That's all sorted. And for next turn, Untainted, not an issue. Unit experience and increased local capacity, not really important. Growth, very nice. Tax rate, yes, very nice. Reaver patrols, less chance of actions against us. So really, either the income or growth and load construction costs. So let's go with growth and construction costs, as we're going to be spending a lot. We're going to be growing a lot of areas in the very near future, and it'll save us a fortune. So, and we can increase the money situation very soon. So mine's 14. We can cope with that at the moment. This army, on the other hand, now they're slowly growing. Now let's look to see what we can spot up here. Around this area, as we can see everything they can see, we know that there's nothing that we can try and capture in the centre. We have this whole area that we know what is where. So first of all, I'm down. Well, we've got, I think, about 8 turns remaining. So what we want to do is check the missions. We have 9 turns left. By the time we get closer, it'll be 8 turns, but it'll give us 500 gold. So that's going to be useful. So that's that sorted out. So we want these guys healed up as quickly as they can be. Now I'm going to move them up here. There's a chance of ambush, so I'm going to move them up here.
To adventure.
So if we get, let's have a look, how close. Yeah, so we've got the chance of pulling back if we do get attacked, and we're healing up at the same time, so it's useful. Let's go in, and time to change the armor back, as he's going to be attacking in next. Enchanted items, get them back, and as you build up the levels, the numbers of things you get over time, each of your characters are going to have their own sets of equipment when you organise it properly. So we've got 9 turns at the moment. So 1, 2, it'll take about 2 to 3 turns to get up there, and we want to be looking at getting some more troops in to assist. There we go. That's looking good. These Illyrian riders are very useful, but we're looking at some very strong sea guards. Let's click in. I'll show you what they're like. You want to be building up units that have got armor, good melee. They're a combination. They're less. They're just as good as being archers, but they have an ability to actually skirmish and fight as well, which is always very, very useful as opposed to just these standard archers. 15 armor as opposed to these other ones which had 40 armor. So the Sea Guard are much more of a useful unit. The Illyrian Ravens with their spears, very, very nice. These Revan archers, incredibly strong. So I'd want to have 1 unit of those ready to rock and roll. We can't afford the 2 lots of archers. Those are building up neatly, and we want some frontline troops so we can have a nice balance. Build this up and start getting the numbers right before we leave our area, ready to start taking it in towards this zone. Then we look over. Let's check before we go exactly what we're finding here. Now we've got the Monument of the Moon. We may find troubles.
Navigating.
Let's push our way through, see what we can see. Take a bit of damage coming through here, but the Monument of the Moon, let's get ready to go into there,
For the Ever Queen.
test it out next turn, see what we find, and hope that there aren't Skaven. So we'll see what we find there. Have a look around. I'd prefer to spot things off the coast, but we'll see what we can do. It's an interesting situation. You never quite know what you're going to get, but if you get there early enough before the Skaven push out, then you're in with a chance. So let's move the time to move this on. Ooh, before we move on, I want to show you there's another use for the influence. Click on, and you can get improved. Oops. Improved lords that you can hire. So recruit lords, working your way down. You can see the higher level ones here, like Melnar, cost 60 influence plus the normal sort of cost, but here you get huge abilities. Now coming down to ones we can afford at the moment, unsentimental, positive traits. You get more positive traits and people who are going to come into your retinue. But at the beginning, when you've got less influence, you've got less people who can come in and assist. The more influence you get, the better princes and princesses you can get in your retinue. So that's something I wanted to show you before you got too far into it. That's a useful thing that you can actually do. So yes, so time to move on. And I think that's a good place to leave this episode. So we've secured the central area. We're moving our way through, securing down here. We've got the army here preparing. We're building everything up and securing where we are. Now you could either use the points. There are other plans that you could do as we move over. Like you could send.
Diplomatic protocol states that I must give you a hearing.
Get them to change the relations between them and the other elves here, and get them disliking each other and almost going to war, which will then force these elves to then possibly come to you and ask for your assistance in the war. You can then send your troops in through their territory and capture this zone, purely by starting a war or helping move them towards a war that wasn't going to happen in the first place. Little things like that. That's something else that you could think of, and it's nice to at this stage be thinking about the intrigue side of what you can be doing. And it's little things like that this really helps with. Influence just makes the elvish side of things. It opens up a whole pantheon of different ideas and different ways of doing things. So thank you so much. I think that's a really good place to leave it for now. See you soon. Bye.